This is so weird. I kid you not. Right when I start this new freaking... So welcome. Live chat, meet live chat. Literally. I kid you not. We have 2 live chats going here right now because the service sucks on the iPad. So, or whatever is going on. So I don't even know what's going on. That one's buffering again, but it seems like we're here. We're back on there. We're back on here. It's really, really, really weird. This is called the Twilight Zone, isn't it? Okay. Hello. I think I'm in the Twilight Zone. We've got another live chat going. We got 2 now. I'm talking to 2 audiences at the same time. This is so weird. So anyways, I'm going to keep them both up here. You guys, we got to close it out here. For a number of you, I'm hearing these are my last words to you. I don't know what that's alluding to, but hey, like to say it in this way that you might be closing out some sort of cycle of your life. In some way, you're like, hey, this is the last also thing that I feel I can say in relation to this space, and be it a certain discussion that you've had where you're like, and it may not be literal, right? But it's like, I have to say this, and that's, I can't do anything else about that. I can't like force this experience to make sense. So for a number of you, and I'm seeing 4-4 here on the clock, for a number of you, I'm hearing you've tried, you've given it your all, and you have to clear out a certain space. And I hate to be so direct like that. You know, I'm a Pisces sun. I'm a Sagittarius moon. I am a Mars in Gemini. I don't really love to define things with like that pivot, but right here, right now, for a number of you, I'm hearing it is really, really at that point where you have to make a decision, and it means taking on a single direction. It means moving in that way. I'm hearing absolutely. And it's weird that we're recording this on 2 different devices as well. Like, think about that. I don't know. You got 44 likes here in the room as well. So weird. So weird. So, for a number of you, it's something that maybe even it was overwhelming. It was like, how do I grapple with this? Also, this identity question. I'm hearing that as well. Like, how do I delineate? I'm hearing, well, I don't know, take it as you will. You know, be it parallel lives, be it a space that you feel it's like, whoa. I'm hearing, I feel like I'm duplicated in that experience. So we're literally recording this twice. So in 2 different readings. For a number of you, this is a paradigm shift, and it's at that point where it's like, I have to say goodbye to that old world. I have to make peace with it. I have to acknowledge that it no longer serves me as well. I have to be silent, I'm hearing as well in that space at times, to say, hey, it doesn't see me back. I'm hearing the way that I see myself. And so for a number of you, you know, this was something that you were really grappling with. And I'm hearing maybe you had your guard up in relation to the space for a certain period of time. Maybe for a number of you felt it really took a lot of patience even. And for a number of you, I'm hearing it again in this way, to move in this new direction, you have to clear out the last cycle. And it really is, I'm hearing that clear as well, maybe at a certain point to you, of how serious. I'm hearing the point of separation is maybe at a certain point, which interestingly, it's like, if I let that go, and no judgment, not to say, you know, what does it mean to let something go? You could let something go on an energetic level. Maybe it's something you're not even any longer participating in the space of, but it gets to that point where you're like, I just have to see it as that, as something separate. I have to. And for a number of you, this is you committing to your dreams. Okay, Gemini, this is something of a space where you say, I see myself, and that's all I can focus on. If I'm simultaneously trying to interact with all of these other, I'm hearing also characters in my world, how will I ever have the time? I'm hearing to tell myself that, you know, I'm not waiting for myself here anymore. I'm hearing to bring the cycle for circle, to make things also clear. It's like, where is it that I tell myself, hey, I'm not going to arrive like when I arrive to my dream, right? It's not like, hey, where am I? I'm waiting for myself. I'm hearing the only thing in that moment that matters is acknowledging yourself, Gemini. And anything else that's been a distraction in that space, you have to let go. I'm hearing again like that. And this is something maybe not easy for a number of you. This is maybe something that was really, really confusing. Like, and you know, at a certain point you realize I have to keep my focus with what my future, I'm hearing self, I'm hearing my higher self leads to. Thank you for tuning in, Gemini. Always take it as you will. 4:24 in there on the clock. 11 light to you guys. Stay grounded during this time. there are certain readings, right, that happen where we say it's not easy. Okay, sometimes we don't know what to say as a so-called reader, right? How can we remain like honest in the space of energy, right? I was like, energy doesn't always also make sense. So, flow with this experience. Feel free to watch these readings a number of times. Maybe you want to watch it in a meditative state. It may make more so-called sense to you. If you're watching this, you're like, I'm really confused. You might want to watch it in stages as well, and it's coming through real strongly here. So maybe for a number of you, this is something that it's something that it really requires as well. Maybe like not just moving forward, but also moving backward, not to, let's say, acknowledge what was, but to release it as well, if that makes sense, like wanting to. And I don't always if it makes sense. So maybe that's also an aspect of this. Maybe this is something that you felt, even you were talking about, you were reviewing, or you were maybe negotiating with, even on the idea of, and got to the point where you realized, I just want to move forward, and I want to be free to do that, and I want to feel that I'm moving in that direction. Love and light to you guys, and I'll see you soon. Always take it easy.